All right, let's talk about something really fascinating. This whole idea of inherited memory. The feeling that we might actually carry experiences from ancestors we've never even met. Today, we're going to explore how these memories might be passed down, not just through stories, but through something way, way deeper inside of us.
Seriously, just think about it for a second. Have you ever felt this deep, kind of unexplainable pull towards a place, or a song, or a tradition? That sense of familiarity with something you know for a fact you're experiencing for the very first time? Well, we're going to look at an ancient answer to that exact feeling. So, coming from African and Black diasporic spiritual traditions, there are these two really powerful concepts that offer an explanation. The idea is that our inheritance is carried both within us and all around us, specifically through our blood and through water.
Okay, so let's start with the personal, right? With the individual and that direct line that connects you to your own past. This is the whole idea of blood memory.
Now, blood memory isn't just some nice metaphor. In many African traditions, blood is seen as literally representing your lineage, your destiny, your spiritual inheritance. The belief is that everything, from your ancestors' greatest strengths to their deepest fears, is physically carried inside your very being. And this isn't just some abstract concept. You can see tangible examples of it. It might show up as a kid who just naturally moves to a beat they've never been taught. Or, get this, as someone who dreams in a language their great-grandmother spoke, but that they never learned themselves. It can even manifest as generational trauma, where our nervous system seems to remember the survival instincts our ancestors desperately needed. And this is where things get really interesting. We're seeing a bridge between this ancient spiritual belief and modern science. There's this field called epigenetics, and it studies how our behaviors and our environment can actually change how our genes work. It suggests that really intense experiences, especially trauma, can leave a chemical mark on our ancestors' DNA, which can then be passed down through the generations. Wild, right? Okay, so if blood memory is all about our personal lineage, about who we are, then water memory just zooms the camera out. It remembers the collective history of an entire people, or what happened to them. In a lot of African cosmologies, you see water isn't just, well, water. It's a sacred medium. It's seen as a portal that spirits travel through, both to come into this world and to return to the ancestral realm. It's believed to hold the spiritual essence and the memories of a whole community. Now, for the African diaspora, this idea is just profoundly significant. The Atlantic Ocean itself became the keeper of the memory of the Middle Passage. The millions of souls who crossed in chains, and especially the countless who never made it to shore, their spirits and memories are believed to be held within that huge, vast body of water. And look, this isn't just some belief about the distant past. It is a living, breathing part of spiritual practice right now, today. People use saltwater baths for spiritual cleansing. They pour libations of water to honor and connect with their ancestors. And they hold these incredibly powerful healing ceremonies right at the ocean's edge, literally tapping into that sacred archive. You'll find this concept of water as a spiritual force is absolutely central to so many powerful traditions all across the diaspora. I'm talking about the Gullah-Geechee people of the American Southeast, and practices like Santeria and Vodun. They all use water to cleanse, to heal, and to connect with the spirit world. So we've looked at the personal inheritance carried in our blood and the collective history held in the water. Now, let's bring them together, because that's where you start to see the full picture of this incredible spiritual inheritance. Think of it like this. Blood memory is your direct personal link. It remembers who you are through your specific ancestors. But water memory, that's the collective consciousness. It remembers what happened to your people as a whole. So one is the story of your family tree, the other is the story of the entire forest. And when you combine these two ideas, they form this really powerful concept of identity for so many in the African diaspora. It suggests that who you are isn't just something you learn or practice culturally. No, it's something you actually inherit spiritually. It's a deep source of strength and connection, remembered in your very DNA and in the world all around you. So let's just wrap this all up with a final thought to take with you, something that might just reframe those strange feelings of connection we talked about at the very beginning. What if that instinct, that feeling of déjà vu, the pull you feel towards the ocean, what if it isn't just a flight of fancy?
What if it's an echo from the past, carried forward in your blood and held in the water? What if it's not imagination at all? What if it's simply memory?